My name is Judy Johnson. I was Judy Clayton back when I had my encounter with the city of Jamestown. I was either in late high school or early college, and my dad contracted a job playing on the city of Jamestown. And that involved my brother, Joe Clayton, and his best friend, Al Anderson, bringing the organ onto, well, first we had to drive it up to the wharf and then bring it onto the boat. And then my dad got it all hooked up and everything all set. And I sat down and started playing, and my dad was on the drums. I think we had a side band, but I'm not sure who it was at the time. And we played away happily as the people came on the boat, and they were having a good time, laughing and talking. And then the whistle sounded, and the boat was going to take off. So I kept playing away, and all of a sudden the organ just died. And I looked around, and my dad looked around, and we couldn't figure out what had happened until somebody realized we had gone from shore power to boat power, and the power wasn't right. It would not power the darned organ. So I had to quick find someplace with a keyboard because I was getting paid for this job, and I had to do it. So there was a keyboard downstairs, and I went downstairs, and it was old. It was an old piano, and they didn't have any electronic keyboards at the time, but it was an old piano, and there were some of the ivories were missing, and some of the notes wouldn't work. So I spent several minutes trying to figure out where my hands could work to get the notes to work. And we played away. Oh my gosh, I had to thump hard because the music had to sound all the way upstairs, and there were no microphones, and boy, it was a lot of work. We finally arrived at Midway Park, and I could stop and rest for a while. And everybody left the boat for about 2 hours, and I think they probably went skating. But in the meantime, we just kind of relaxed, and I moved my wrists a little bit to make sure they'd work on the way back. And we didn't notice all the bugs that were collecting, and the ship had lights on it, and of course there were lights on the dock. And pretty soon you had a whole halo of bugs. And the funny thing was, when we started going back down the lake, the bugs went with us. This whole big crew of bugs flew down the lake, eagerly following this light. And I had bug marks in my music for years after that. It was just a really funny experience. And it was one of my more memorable ones because I never got to play the organ the way I had practiced and planned and counted on.